Dear friends, myself Niyati Chauhan, Assistant Professor at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology, Department of Instrumentation and Control. Our subject is Distributed Control System and SCADA. Chapter 4, System Integration with PLC and Computers. So let's start our today's session. In today's session, I discuss about device interface. Okay, so we know that we interface PLC to DCS. Okay, and here PLC we can also say that emergency shutdown function inbuilt in PLC. So interfaces considered for serial interface modules, connectivity on DCS console in the event of any failures. First, DCS ESD, full form of ESD, that is the Emergency Shutdown System. So first, DCS ESD PLC communication. A, the ESD PLC will be connected to the DCS by redundant or double serial link to the DCS system. Okay, so here we are using double serial link for connecting ESD PLC to DCS. This serial link to DCS system or direct connectivity, that is a preferable, or DCS network shall be considered, which will communicate between ESD to DCS and vice versa. Okay, so here we are using interface system. We will communicate ESD PLC to the DCS system. The operators shall be able to access entire plant information network through the operator console, a gateway from the DCS data highway, and the Ethernet LAN shall be provided to allow the plant information system to exchange data. Here we told that operators able to access entire plant information. Okay, so here we are connecting Ethernet cable, okay, then gateway. So by using different cables and different buses, through we connect whole system. Okay, this plant network information system shall collect data from DCS for data validation, history management, advanced process control, and material balances. Okay, so this plant network information, right? We collect data for data validation, right? History management and advanced process control. We are using device interface. Number 3, computer gateway. So the gateway will be used for two-way communication with computer, DEC Alpha or Intel server, for implementing advanced process control. The gateway will be connected directly to refinery network through a switch and will communicate with the computer using TCP and IP. Okay, so here gateway through we connect computer, okay, for communication system, and we can implement advanced process control, right? And here we are using TCP and IP for communicate with computer. First, Ethernet port, and second, communicate protocol. Okay, so communicate protocol, that is the TCP and IP. Then another part, DCS computer interface. Okay, so here you can see first is gateway. Okay, so gateway through we communicate devices, right? And then next is for DCS computer interface, capable of two-way communication, right? So DCS computer interface system, that is a capable to two-way communication system. And second, data scan frequency shall be 1 minute for all the tags. Okay, so data scan frequency, that is a high, right? It's not take more time for scanning. Next is chapter 5, field buses, map top network protocols. Okay, so let's start chapter 5. First of all, you have to know about what is the network. Okay, a network provides a means of connecting multiple devices together for the purpose of exchanging information. Okay, so multiple devices we are connecting together and we can exchange information, and it's called network. Next, a common example of a network is an office where the computers are connected together using an Ethernet network. Is an office where the computers are connected together using an Ethernet network for the purpose of sending email or printing documents on network printer. Okay, so we can say that for offices, for serial communication, we are using Ethernet. An Ethernet cable through we can send mail, right? We can also send signal to the printer and we get print. Okay, why to use a network? Okay, there are many reasons to use a network. First, data acquisition from the control system, control device in remote location, then data sharing between PLC controllers, data sharing between PLC controllers, the ability to program devices from uh, the ability to program device from a remote location, the ability to troubleshoot problem from remote location. Okay, next, the ability to integrate all production area of plant, the ability to integrate manufacturing system with business system. Okay, so that's why we are using network. Here you can see different types of cable we are using for connection, right? Ethernet cable, DH+ cable. Okay, so this is a one type of examples for connecting devices. Network topologies. Okay, first is bus topology. In bus topology, you can see in diagram we are sending data. We send data in form of station to station. Okay. Then after next is star topology. So in star topology, one hub is connected middle. Okay. Next is terminator topology. Okay. In terminator topology, terminator through we are sending data. Then after daisy chain, right? So in daisy chain, we are sending data in sequencing form. So you can see this is a ring topology, In ring topology, we are sending data in form of ring. Okay, so first computer send to the data in second computer, then third, fourth. Okay, then after data goes to in fifth and sixth computer and return to the first computer. Okay, so this is a ring topology. Common network devices: first, repeater, hub, switch and gateway. So repeater, that means in repeater we can send our signal to repeater. So here we can increase length of peak to peak value. Okay, so that's why we are using here repeater. Hub receives signal from devices on the network and rebroadcast the signal to all other nodes connected to it on the network. A hub is the center of the star topology. Hubs are commonly used on Ethernet. Okay. A switch is most common device at the center of star topology and utilize twisted pair or fiber cable to connect to device. Switches may be connected together using variety of media as a backbone between switches, including coaxial cable. Okay, so switches is most common device and we are using in star topology. Okay, and we can also use twisted pair or fiber cable, right? Next, gateway. Gateway is a device that allows devices on completely different network to communicate with each other without knowing anything about the other network, right? So a gateway may convert physical media to protocols, right? Network functions. The three functions automation networks must provide: first, input output data. Okay, so input output data, that is provided to control. Then programming support, we are for configuring, and messaging data for collecting. Okay, so network functions we are divided in three parts. First, input output, then programming support, and then messaging data. For input output, we are using control network, and for programming, we are doing configuration, and in messaging, we will collect data. So, what is DF1? A serial protocol for RS-232. Okay, and we can connect point-to-point connect and two nodes communication. Two nodes, that means full duplex. Okay, and it is designed for any PLC to communicate over modems. Okay, so we can use RS-232 for serial communication. DH plus, data highway plus, a messaging network for PLCs allow access to PLC data table information. Protocol, a token passing peer-to-peer bus network. Number of stations. So here 64 stations we can use in DH plus, and cable system should be twinaxial baseband. Provide online programming capability 57.6 kilobytes, and its area range is 10,000 feet, right? So in this range we can transfer our data, and its speed is 57.6 kilobytes. Then after, in range of 5,000 feet, we can transfer our data in speed of 115.2 kilohertz. Okay, and for 2,500 feet area, we can send our data in speed of 230.4 kilohertz. Okay, so this is the area, and we can send data in speed of kilohertz. Next chapter is SCADA overview. Full form of SCADA is Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition. So here you can see for SCADA overview, we can see one process is shown. Here on top side, green that indicate that is a run and bar is open. For red color, that is a stop or closed, and for yellow color, that is a trip and fade. Okay. So here filtered water passing through valve and thereafter divided in two parts. Okay. First valve and second valve. Here, then after one tank is shown. Okay, so level is increasing. Okay, at that time when level is increasing, at that time temperature is decreased. We can see through the SCADA system, right? This process running in plant and we can visualize through SCADA. Then after water come outside, and this is the utility water. We can use utility water in commercial or in domestic area, right? Right? So this is the whole process. Thank you for watching video. If you have any query, then you can ask me.